Hello guys, Cybershroom here, bringing possibly a quite long reaction, impression, and discussion video about the latest Pokemon games announced, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. The first Pokemon games that will be coming to the Nintendo Switch that are core RPGs. Now, when I was trying to get notified of this event, because based on the leaks and rumors, which I chose not to cover, because, well, after the Springman leak, I'm pretty sure anything can happen in terms of leaks, being true or false, I mean. In fact, there wasn't really any gameplay leaks of Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, except I think like one screenshot. The most of it was just text from a guy who leaked onto 4chan on April 1st. Dude, you're a legend, because nobody believed you. And in the end, we owe that guy, wherever he is, so many apologies. But today, they finally announced that the games are confirmed, and they're going to be releasing, I'm pretty sure, November 16th, 2018. Yeah, that's what it says right here on the Twitter page. I'm going to basically give my quick impressions of the whole event, because there was a few other announcements. Go through the trailer, stop at certain points, point out what I think of this, what I think of that, because there's certainly a lot to talk about Let's Go, even based off just a 3-minute trailer. I have a lot of things I want to say. I'm not going to have the trailer footage playing, because frankly I feel like that's going to be ear rape, stopping and going on video parts, so it's just going to be silent. And I will upload gameplay music in the background, you know, probably like Pokemon Diamond soundtrack. Anyhow, this is obviously unscripted, but, so the first game that was announced was another game for the Switch, surprisingly, and not in a good way, Pokemon Quest, which is now available as a free-to-play Pokemon RPG for the Nintendo Switch. Based off of gameplay, it reminds me a lot of Pokemon Rumble, but I don't really care very much for the Rumble series. I played the first one on the Wii for a bit, that was fine. I played Rumble U, which is a little overpriced, but it certainly wasn't a bad game per se. But this looks like it's doing Rumble, but in a free-to-play format with Minecraft graphics, or Crossy Road. Crossy Road is, I've heard more comparisons to that game rather than Minecraft, but I'll give this game a shot because it just came out. It launched right after the presentation on the Nintendo eShop, so if the eShop servers aren't dead, I'll give it a shot and I'll give my impressions of it. But yeah, it's a free-to-play Pokemon Rumble game. The second one, actually, because I know the 3DS had a free-to-play one, Rumble World, which, for a free-to-play game, that wasn't that bad, but eventually it became one of those free-to-play games where you can't really advance whatsoever unless you invested some money into it. So, congratulations, we got a Pokemon RPG on the Switch. You could go play it now. It's probably going to be terrible. But yeah, then the two major announcements was the Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. Ooh, I'm just gonna hit that trailer. Alright, full screen it. Okay, so first of all, yes, the biggest thing in the room. This game is primarily Pokemon Go based. Pokemon Go is another mixed bag for me. It had some redeeming qualities at launch, but it just didn't age well. You know, they keep promising trading in that game. It's been like 2 years. Still haven't had it. But rather than fulfilling the promises from their Day 1 trailer, they thought of adding Gen 2 Pokemon, Gen 3 Pokemon. Apparently, Alola forms also spotted in the game along with shinies, but they still haven't filled out the basic requirements of the game that they keep promising us since the first trailer. So that's why I really haven't been playing this game all too much. And plus, with the fact that they took it off the iPhone 5 store for some reason, I guess that was a move on Apple's part, because I don't see Go being that demanding of a game to run. It's kind of like just Google Maps with Pokemon models over it. But yep, the success that this game has brought. Obviously has finally made its influence on main series games. And we're going to be seeing a lot. If you've played Pokemon Go, you're going to see a lot of resemblance in this trailer. We got Pikachu there, the Pokemon Company. People were this event was not live streamed, so people were falsely reporting that Niantic was the one developing this game. No, this is a in-house Game Freak Nintendo developed game. I would have been really concerned if it was a Niantic developed Pokemon game. There's that Game Freak logo. There it is, the red-blue Joy-Cons. Which I hope they do like a red-yellow Joy-Cons for Pokeballs. I would buy that. Alright, so right here, now based on the, like I said, I didn't cover the leaks, but based on some of the leaks, it was mentioned that this is a Kanto remake. Okay, I should have said off the bat. This is a full remake of Pokemon Yellow and Red and Blue, but mainly Yellow, for the fact that you only get one starter and it's based on what version you pick. So if you pick Pikachu Edition, you obviously get Pikachu. If you pick Eevee Edition, you get Eevee. And Pikachu gets to ride on your shoulder, kind of like the anime. But another thing this leak mentioned is that even though it's a remake, you're not the protagonist Red. Instead, you're this new character, and Red is still supposed to be part of the story. Instead, he's going to be a side character along with Blue, but we don't see neither of them in this trailer. This new character design is alright. I mean, he does resemble, to me he resembles the Pokemon Go trainer a lot actually. I don't think I'll have it up on screen. One of the basic costume sets you can have, I think one of the defaults for like Team Fire, not Team Fire, Team Valor. It's Team Valor. Yeah, that tells you how long I've paid attention to Pokemon Go. Yeah, Team Valor reminds me a lot of him. Excuse myself there. So anyhow, before my Wi-Fi decided to kick out for a second, right here, this town I presume is Pallet Town. Obviously you have the fat guy that stands out and talks about how technology is amazing. This is Oak's Lab, which certainly stands out compared to how Oak's Lab has looked in other Pokemon games. A lot smaller, has a second story which I wonder is going to be actually used for anything. We do kind of get to see a shot of Oak when we first see the protagonist, not like a shot of his lab. Certainly looks a little different. You have a ramp proceeding up to this area. I at least assume it's Oak, because this just seems like where you would meet your starter at. So here's more Pallet Town. Detail-wise, the protagonist's house is still back there, which I wonder, since Red and Blue are going to be side characters, is Pallet Town going to be extended perhaps? Or the Red and Blue just going to be maybe it could be a kind of a sequel. It could be kind of a sequel or reimagining of Yellow. Maybe Yellow takes a place a few years after Red and Blue, kind of like Gold and Silver. So maybe Red and Blue moved out of these houses. We don't get to see that much. We get to see the Pallet Town sign. And then I first thought those were actually wild glass pieces of grass. No, those are just flowers. Graphic-wise, even though this footage is obviously compressed because it's on Twitter, I am really excited for the fact that they did not use the 3DS engine again. You know, if we was going to get a Pokemon game this year, I was expecting they would just use the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon engine and upscale it. No, this engine seems to be completely made from the ground up. This route right here, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I assume it's Route 1. Based on the grass patches. Right over here seems like the entrance to Pallet Town. And then these ledges, obviously, in Red and Blue, there's a way you could just, instead of having to go through the grass, you just hop your way back down. Pikachu also hangs onto his shoulder, like I mentioned before, and game footage is not final, so this is gonna change. This place right here, I don't know. I want to say it's Fuchsia City, mainly for the fact it has a lot of pink everywhere. And if you played Pokemon Red on, let's say, a Nintendo 64 transfer pack or Super Game Boy, you played on TV, you would know that the game would have like single solid colors for each town. And because Future City, at least in Heart Gold Soul Silver, had kind of a thing of ninjas. Well, I guess Koga was the gym leader of Future City, so he was also a ninja. That's where I assume these houses go with. We also, I should brought it up, we have, oh, I skipped quite a bit. We have the look of Pokemon Center right here. Not too different from how they've looked in previous games, you know, starting with like Gen 5, we've always got like the 3-story high Pokemon Center. I was hoping they would have went a little bit more classic, or maybe went off the Gen 1 artwork design for Pokemon Center, but no, it kind of looks like the Sun and Moon one. A new Pokemon game. Right here, we get the scenes more of Oak's Lab. Obviously, we get the Eevee. Okay, I'm pause this. There we go. Female protagonist. Once again, model-wise, she reminds me of the female Pokemon Go protagonist. I'm guessing this is intentional because obviously it's called Let's Go, that they're gonna make the protagonist based off Pokemon Go. But yeah, her model just kind of looks similar. And with Eevee, Twitter gonna let me unpause it. There you go. No, Twitter's not gonna let me unpause it. God, it's being like really specific where I can pause it, where I can't pause. Eevee rides on top of your head. And this city, I could automatically say it has to be Pewter City because you obviously have the gym in the background behind the Pokemon Center. And then you have the Pokemon over here. That's kind of interesting because starting with Gen 5, Pokemarts were always just incorporated into the Pokemon Center. So they're finally splitting that back up. I'm pretty sure we haven't seen that since Diamond, Pearl, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. So that's a cool thing I'm glad they kept for the remake. Even though I bet some Pokemon Centers you'll still be able to buy stuff inside of them. This has to be Viridian Forest, no question about it. Vermilion City, once again, no question about it. It looked a little off to me at first, but I'm guessing that's just because once again, the graphics. Really good, especially right here. I love the look of the water, the lighting and the shadows are really good. Like the signpost shadow, I love it. And I hope, and if the game has a day and night system, I want to be able to stand there for a few hours, fast forward through recordings, and see that shadow rotate. That'd be a really cool detail we haven't seen before. We see Oak. Doesn't look too different. His model looks a little bit less detailed from the protagonist. I don't know. He just seems a little flat. You know, he seems like a Sun and Moon model. But that just might be early gameplay. We see a bit of a background. Don't remember teapots ever being there, but this is the PC where if you would go at the start of the game, if you would go to it, or mention the Elite Four, Oak wants to go battle. They want Oak to go meet them. That'd be a really cool thing if they actually make Oak the final boss he was always meant to. Because in Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow is a glitch where you have a official battle of Oak. So obviously he was planned to be a super boss at one point, but he was cut. It would be really cool to see Oak be playable. Not playable, he'd be battable against. Don't see back here the sign of a landscape which I'm not really familiar with. We got a bunch of Jawboard characters, and then we got an outline for Rattata. Guessing that Rattata's coming to the area. We have this photo frame here, which I don't remember being there. Maybe it's Agatha, or it's just some throwaway picture. This has to be what you, once again, Oak's Lab, where you get Pikachu sitting on a dog food dish for some reason. He looks nice. Now this is a cool thing. This is one of like the highlights for me. Alright, but playing with one Joy-Con, because obviously, unlike the 3DS, the Joy-Cons each have an analog stick. So if you're really lazy, you could text it on your phone, play Pokemon up on the TV. And another cool thing, I talked about this on Discord a while back. I wanted to see an Earthbound-like encounter system for the Switch games, where wild Pokemon would still appear in the grass, but you could actually run up to them and initiate a battle. see, the models look really cool. But this is where it kind of goes downhill. Don't forget it says "Let's Go" in the title. So the catching system is going to be apparently based on Pokemon Go, and there's a lot more footage we can see of it. Where it seems there's no way to turn off the motion controls. You're forced to pull out a Joy-Con and throw it at that Pokemon. Which I wonder how that's going to work in handheld form, unless it's going to be like a touch screen where it's more like the Pokemon Go game, you flick your finger. Because that'd be kind of really annoying if you get into a Pokemon battle and you have to unhook your Joy-Con and then throw the ball. Which that makes me wonder too, there's going to be like a two Joy-Con method, you know, if you just want to play by yourself. And like if you're in handheld mode, cause that'd be a little weird. You're holding it, only really one thumb, like one Joy-Con works, and you're just holding the other one and doesn't do anything. So yeah, you can chuck it like a baseball. You can catch Pidgey, whoop-de-hoo. I'm not a fan of it. There is another Pokemon game coming, which I'll talk about soon, but I'm not a fan of this catching system. Alright, so yeah, there's more examples. You have Mankey, you have Bellsprout. I think they're going off the Pokemon Go models, because they just remind me of it, and I think the Pokemon Go models are just like remodeled X and Y, like enhanced X and Y models. You can get a nice rating. This is for the sea, so you can encounter Pokemon in the ocean, like there's Staryu. That has the good grade, probably excellent ranking too for throwing a Pokeball like in Go. Then you have the Share. So I'm not a fan of the Go catching, and I'm a fan and I'm not a fan at the same time of the one-eyed Joy-Con, because it just leads to too many questions. But if this is what they wanted to do with you playing with one Joy-Con, I'm all for it. You can actually do co-op, like, finally, something that I've been wishing for a kid since Red and Blue. Actual co-op in a Pokemon RPG, and it isn't like Super Mario Galaxy or Odyssey, where player 2 gets to poke at things and get like a berry or something. No, you summon in the other protagonist, and you guys actually walk around by yourselves. Well, of course, within the camera. Also, this is Mount Moon. Now's the road to Mount Moon. You go walk up and count your Pokemon. And while it's cool you can do that, we come into another issue with it obviously being Go-based. And I'll have the tweet up on screen. It is confirmed you cannot battle wild Pokemon. You're only allowed to catch them. So good luck Eevee training, okay? I don't know how I could really express myself on this, because I feel like that, especially with Red and Blue remake, you're obviously targeting nostalgic players. Alright, it's a Kanto remake, you're using Pokemon Go targeted those who haven't played Pokemon in a long time. This is obviously trying to get those people to buy a Nintendo console. But removing the ability to actually battle wild Pokemon, it kind of ruins it for me, because I don't know if this game's gonna have shinies or not. I don't even know if this game's gonna go past 151 Pokemon, because that's another can of worms I gotta talk about. And there's a car just went by. Thank you, car. But yeah, you have the option of get ready, so you throw a Pokeball. Items, help, which I guess is like a tutorial, or run away. Which I wonder about the get ready thing, because at least in this gameplay, you don't actually get to pick a Pokeball. It's always the regular Pokeball. So, and it doesn't show the player going into a bag, but maybe it might be editing. So I don't know if you actually get infinite balls or not in this game. I won't be surprised with the changes they're doing. But yeah, with two people, you can both check balls at it. And I'm guessing, it's like, if you're playing in co-op, it doubles your chances of catching the Pokemon, like doubles the catch rate. Now I'm not a fan of the catching system, or the lack of wild Pokemon being battleable. That's a new word. This is the cool thing. In the co-op mode, you basically could turn any trainer battle. Trainer battles are exactly the same as how they were in actual Pokemon games, so thank God for that. But you got, in co-op mode, every battle is now a double battle, regardless of what the other trainer has, which is really cool. I could have friends. You know, we could sit down, we could play a Pokemon game together. Not take turns, like a cooperative adventure together, catching Pokemon and battling them together as a team. And sure, it's probably gonna make the game like piss easy when you just gangbang every single battle trailer with a 2-on-2 with 2 Pokemon. I mean, it's gonna make the game really easy. But I'm going to use this feature a lot probably, because I have friends who don't own a Nintendo Switch but would probably want to play this game. So it's nice that we're finally getting co-op, and I hope co-op stays in later games. I hope this isn't the generation gimmick. Well, which by the way, before you guys probably ranted on Twitter already, but this game is Gen 7. It's confirmed to be still part of Gen 7. Nothing to do with Gen 8. So I hope this feature doesn't get left behind, and when we get Gen 8, this feature is still in the game, because I really like this. The graphics, once again, were really good, and based on the bridge, and the fact you're fighting a bug catcher, I think this is Nugget Bridge for Cerulean City, but look at this battle UI. It just looks so clean and good. Sure, it's compressed because it's video, but I just love the look at it. Pokemon still run off the level systems, which I'm glad. I thought because this is Pokemon Go based, they're going to run off CP, but I'm not wrong. It's going to pop up later on, but I'm guessing you could change the level system to levels for classic players or CP for Go players, which I really can't complain now that the whole thing's Go based. Of course they're going to do that. But look, the animations sure are still not Battle Revolution worthy, where you get to see like Pokemon run up and actually contact with each other, but they still look good. The bug catcher model looks alright. Looks shocked. But Pokewalker returns. I don't think nobody, leak regardless, saw this coming back. So yeah, if a Pokewalker comes back as an expensive Joy-Con, which I'm wondering, because it has Joy-Con technology, it's been confirmed, can you use this with other games? Can it be like the DK Bongo equivalent to using a Joke controller in Smash 5? So this is Cycling Road right here. This is the first time actually noticing it. We're getting more instances of wild Pokemon appearing alongside our NPC models just walking around, which I really like. We got Eradicate walking in the background, which I'm guessing instead of a biker character going back and forth, it would be cool if it was a wild Pokemon. We got Psyduck and we got Pidgey. And then right here, as I mentioned, you have the level system and you got the CP level. I don't know, I still believe that there's just probably an in-game option we could change the display, but I don't really know how to incorporate with each other. I know any Pokemon you catch in this, you could transfer to Go and vice versa as long as it Kanto. So maybe you catch as of level 13, you transfer it to Go, it's a 92 CP, but if you catch like a 92 CP Pokemon in Go, you transfer it to the Switch game, it's a level 13 Mon. So with how high conversion rates are for Pokemon, I wonder, like for the really strong Go Pokemon, like they're in the thousands, if they're just gonna be like level 100 when they come over here, or somewhere around there. Alright, and right here we have the Pokeball count, which I didn't notice this before. I took a little break, came back, saw that. So there are limited Pokeballs, so that's a good thing. The game isn't that easy, alright. Except they'll probably still have the experience share. The good old-fashioned X and Y one. So you can throw a Pokeball, you can knock it, you can catch it. And then it goes to that. The Pokedex right here. Before I get to that, the Pokedex right here is looking really fresh. It's almost like how a fan-made Pokedex would look like on a computer, which I think that's what they were going for. And then, as I already mentioned, this Pokeball uses Joy-Con technology, so that's how he's able to swing it and pretend it's a real Pokeball. So, like the Pokewalker, you could take your Pokemon for a walk, which I guess acts like daycare. You can shake it and make a noise. I can't wait to have one in my bag. Go to like a work, stumble, and then suddenly people hear Pikachu out of my bag. I would die from embarrassment. Please let there have like a mute button for that. Alright, so you can connect with Pokemon Go. Any Pokemon you catch and go, you can transfer, and vice versa, as long as it's Kanto. Which I'm guessing the reason, other than it being remakes, that to keep the just the Kanto Pokemon, they might just not have the other Pokemon ready. These models seem really high poly, even compared to the 3DS model, so they might just not have it ready yet. And you can get special presents, which I guess is like cosmetic stuff. What other stuff do we got? We got Magmar in a restaurant, I think. I don't remember where you encounter a Magmar in a restaurant. We have Pikachu, Meowth? I want to say it's Meowth. On a boat, so that's probably an SSN battle. Pokemon Go. Rideable Pokemon from Sun and Moon are back. And look how tall Onyx is. I don't know what he's going to be used for, except maybe for like if they bring back the HM Rock Climb, which was not in Fire Red, Leaf Green, or Red and Blue. You have Lapras, of course, with Surf, and you got Charizard for a kind of pointless fly. You know, if you're not, I wonder if you're going to actually be able to fly places, or just fly over areas to avoid grass and trainers. Follow Pokemon. This is another thing I'm really like. If I had to put in the pros, this would be a cool one. So you gotta have your main lead Pokemon follow you on top of your Pikachu. Now Sun and Moon actually had like running animations or walking animations for every single Pokemon, and at the time it made no sense. But I'm guessing they had the idea to introduce follow Pokemon back at the beginning of Gen 7, but they never could because the 3DS was powered. So now the Switch is obviously a lot powerful. It's about as powerful. It's a little bit more powerful than Wii U. It's finally possible, which is really cool. And Player 2 can even have a Pokemon following them. That's a nice touch. Some more examples. Electrode rolls around like a ball. You have Gengar just being a pedophile to the female protagonist. You have Moltres, which woohoo, press F to pay respect for iPhone 5 people like me that Go doesn't work no more. I don't know why you did that, Apple, but yeah, now you can have like infinite Moltreses to the Go Park, which I think is going to be like the transfer park from Gen 4. We have to recapture those Pokemon. Haunter, Abra, Lavender Town. I wonder if they're going to keep the Ghost. Thank you, Semi. Thank you for stopping by. I wonder if they're going to keep the Ghost of Lavender Town, or if it's just going to be like Haunters or something. Because we haven't really, besides the Ghost from Gen 1 and the remakes, we haven't seen like many non-Pokemon battle NPCs. Except Gen 5 had all those movie props, but one of those are going to stay. You got Pokemon to Me is back, because that was probably easy to port over. You could dress up your starters, which I'm guessing they're not going to be able to evolve like how they were in Red. Team Rocket returns, which we only see Lily for like a second. Gotta get back to that. And it's the basic Rocket Grunt. But since this is a Pokemon Yellow remake, I wonder if I actually want to see Jessie and James return. I brought that also up in my Discord a while ago. That would be really interesting if we see Jessie and James return into a Pokemon game. Honestly, I forgot Jessie and James are in Yellow, but it would be cool to see them here. See how like Giovanni would be, and maybe they can incorporate the Rocket Grunts from Gold Soul Silver, like with the Rocket admins that were not in the original. It'd be really cool to see those guys too. SSN, obviously. Don't know who's battling, but I want to say it's a fisherman because it looks like a fisherman's hat, or it could be red. Who knows? You have Dragonite, Blastoise, Arbok, Cloyster, Magikarp, which I don't know what that's for. Cutscene, Z-move, new animation for Splash, Golem using Explosion, Mewtwo because it's a remix, so I don't think nobody cares if you spoil Hidden Legendary. And then it really just closes out from here. So that's Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So some pros: the graphics, for following the Pokemon, the co-op, and the fact that it's coming out in 2018. The cons, I personally think, is the Pokewalker, the Pokemon Go integration. I'm just not a fan of it. I'll still buy these games. The fact that it might actually be $60 each. All the previous RPGs have been like $40. So if you actually want to get both versions, it's going to cost you about $120. You could get like 3 Gen 6 games for that kind of price. They haven't confirmed the price, but I honestly think because every other first price Switch game is $60, this is going to be $60. And then I'll talk about this I'll talk about this one detail quick. Oh my god, you can tell it's like going on midnight. It's like 90 degrees in my room. I'm losing my mind. This Meet a Special Pokemon. It was also confirmed. There'll be one Generation 8 Pokemon in this game that we know of. And you have to get it through Pokemon Go, so rest in peace. Rest in peace, iPhone 5 players. It's probably going to be a mythical. Alright, so coming November 16th, 2018, I'll probably pre-order mine as soon as they go up. And I'll probably get that Walker accessory, even though I'm going to hate it. I'll give it an honest shot. Another pro I could give the game is, it is on the Switch, so it's HD. You can take it wherever you want to go. And I can actually record Pokemon battles with my Elgato. Wasn't able to do that on the 3DS for my fan league. So I'll finally be able to do that, which is really cool. And then the last detail is we are getting Generation 8 is confirmed for the second half of 2019. And I hope Gen 8 is more of a core game like Gen 6 or Gen 7, or more of Gen 6 or Gen 5. Go back to Gen 5, make the games like that. I would love it. What are your guys' thoughts on Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee? This was probably a really long video. I can't wait to edit all this out and keep my awkward pauses out video. I am Cybershoe. It's going on midnight. I am pretty tired, but I hope you have a good one.